Yo, it's your boy Ringo Kicks, back again with a new video. We're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is resellers. Resellers, that's the topic of today. You know, in the sneaker community, we hear a lot of talk about resellers are messing up the game, and you know, you got all these different people doing all these different things, and they messing up the purpose of why we buy shoes and so forth. And for whatever reason, I just wanted to make a video to address the situation, because I was at one time that always mentioned that resellers are messing up the game and so forth, right? But then I started to look at the situation and think about it from a business standpoint. Let's look at the situation and think logically here. Shoes are being sold at retail prices, and people have the option of buying shoes at retail prices. At the same time, you have resellers that are selling shoes at prices that are, you know, astronomically high, like very high, sometimes 3 to 5 times or more the value or the retail value of the shoe. And for whatever reason, you'll have people that will buy the shoe. And when I look at that, could I really blame the reseller for selling shoes at those prices? I mean, everybody gotta eat at the end of the day. It's not like they're selling drugs. Now, we all know that a hype beast will pretty much buy whatever shoe they can buy at crazy prices. So at the same time, are resellers really messing up the game? Or people just don't know or have the knowledge on how to get shoes at affordable prices? It's my belief that resellers need to be in the game. They need to be in the game because resellers fulfill a need of people who are willing to spend crazy amount of dollars. And like I said, everybody gotta eat. So at the end of the day, if you're willing to spend $900 for a pair of Jordan Denim 4s, then that's on you. Like, I won't pay that, you know, because my mom, she didn't raise a fool. I understand that denim is not that value of, you know, denim is not a valuable material. You know, you have Jordans that come out that are $400 retail, and you're getting premium leather quality. So if that leather quality is premium and they're charging $400 retail, why would you spend $1,000 for denim? Denim that can be destroyed in one day. Denim that if somebody was a real hater and they have a little cup of bleach, they could just throw on your shoes and your shoes are gone. You'll have sky blue denim on the toe. Denim, the sky blue denim toe 4s. You know, that's what you'll have. See? So you really have to think and consider that buying a shoe at $1,000 or more is what a hype beast will do. Anybody willing to pay $5,000 for a pair of Jordans, a pair of Nikes, a pair of Adidas, whatever the case is, you know, you want some Yeezys and you're spending, you know, $4,000 for these shoes, you're a hype beast. You deserve to get your money taken from you. Nobody committed a crime. They didn't put a gun to your head. You made the conscious decision to give a reseller $4,000 for a pair of shoes that cost pennies to make. So really, I can't really blame them. Now, I used to say that resellers are messing up the game, and that's because of ignorance. You see, when you're ignorant of truth concerning the sneaker community, you will think that someone else needs to be blamed for the problem. And it's not the reseller. The resellers are just doing their job. That's all they're doing. The reseller is fulfilling a need of people who don't have a particular shoe but are willing to pay crazy prices. So the reseller will sell these shoes at these prices, and they know somebody is going to come and buy it, because if you are in fact a hype beast, you'll pay for it. A sneakerhead is not going to pay for it. Nope. A sneakerhead is not going to pay crazy resale prices for a shoe that was retail for, let's say, $225. A sneakerhead is not going to spend that crazy amount of money. You understand? I was looking through eBay, and you could do this research yourself. I don't got to put no stats on or anything on the screen, but just go on eBay and look for the denim Jordan 4s. You will see people that purchase these shoes for $700 to $900 to even $2,000. And on eBay where it says like, how many was sold. If you click on that link that says sold, you'll see a group of people that literally spent crazy prices, crazy amount of money for a pair of denim shoes. It's laughable to me because I would never do such a thing. But like I said, a hype beast will pay for that. So are resellers really messing up the game, or are people just addicted to paying high prices for shoes and somebody is pretty much trying to fulfill the demand? I mean, even in the drug game, you got drug dealers. They're destroying the community. We understand that because we know drugs and shoes, they're not the same thing. Drugs literally mess up your mind. The reason why I use sneakers as an example with drugs is because a sneakerhead knows how to control his liking for shoes, whereas a hype beast is totally addicted to buying hyped up shoes. So a hype beast is more or less like a crackhead. They're a fiend. They gotta have the latest, the greatest, the hyped up shoe, the OG, whatever shoe is popping. The hype beast will pay X amount of dollars for it. It is what it is. Even when I was out there in the Soho area where Levi's was pretty much releasing the denim 4s, but they didn't release anything to us, I actually seen somebody out there that bought a pair of those 4s for like $650, man, on the spot. And I was just shaking my head. I was shaking my head because I'm saying to myself, that person was that desperate to get those shoes by any means necessary. They just had to have them. They couldn't walk away and say, let me just try to get them another way. No, they spent $650, man. It's sad, but in today's day, if somebody's willing to spend that amount of money, how could you blame a reseller for trying to make a come up? Like, really? I mean, think about it. Think about the amount of profits a reseller can make off of 20 people who are willing to pay 5 times the amount of a retail shoe. I mean, he's set for the year. Like, real talk, he's set. He's set for a good 4 or 5 months off of just those sales. So could we really say that resellers are messing up the game? I think not. They're not messing up the game. They're just businessmen and businesswomen. You got some resellers that they have a policy of reselling shoes at, I guess, double the price. So if a shoe is let's say $225, they'll sell it for $450. And they figure, hey, I'm doing you a favor. All I'm trying to do is just make a profit. In a situation like that, that would be considered a reseller that is trying to give you a break, even though the price is crazy. But then you have some that'll sell the very same shoe for 3 to 5 times the retail price. Then you have people that will just rape your pockets, man. Like, you will try to buy a shoe from them and they'll kill your pockets, and you'll be like, bro, like the shoe is not even valuable like that, man. Why you have these crazy prices? Well, somebody out there gonna buy it. And this is why I really can't blame a reseller and say, oh, they're just a bunch of bad people, they're greedy, they're this, they're that. No, technically speaking, the reseller is not necessarily greedy. It's the person who's buying the shoe. It's the person who's buying the shoe. They're greedy. They are greedy, man. Trust me. It's not the reseller. I understand. I use the example of the drug dealer and the crackhead, but you got to look at this in a logical manner. When we're dealing with sneakers, the one who is really greedy is the one who is spending the money. Because if you're willing to spend $700 for a pair of Jordan 4s, you have an addiction, buddy. Because see, after you pay for that and you go home and 3 days pass, you are gonna go through a period of time where you're gonna ask yourself, why the hell did I spend that money? Because you're gonna realize you didn't pay your rent. You're gonna realize you need food. You're gonna realize, you could have bought some clothes, or you may run into another dude who got the very same shoe and he's willing to sell it to you at retail, and now you feel stupid. So it's always good to think logically before spending and buying, because you don't want to be an irresponsible, reckless spender when it comes to shoes. You have different options of buying shoes. Some people have connects. Some people, they wait for shoes to drop on retail. Some people will, buy online. They have several stores that they shop from. If they're lucky online, then you're good. There's different types of things you can do to get shoes. So a sneakerhead will wait for retail. They'll go to the store. Some people never shop at stores. Some people are strictly online. And if they take an L, they take an L. Whereas some will go to the stores. Some people will stand in lines. I'm never standing in lines again. Never again. I will never be standing in a line for no damn shoe. I'm not doing no raffles. I'm not going through none of that foolishness no more. I think that is a joke. I've been enlightened to a few things, and I'm just never going down that road again. My days of that are over. And this is why when I look at the sneaker game and I look at the sneaker community, I don't look at the reseller as the problem. I once did, but now I really realize that there's a difference between a sneakerhead and a hype beast. Hype beasts are the ones who mainly buy shoes from resellers. You understand? And that's just the truth. Because a sneakerhead may like the shoe, but the sneakerhead is going to look at the cost and the price and ask itself questions like, dude, why am I spending 3 to 4 times what this shoe is really worth? Then on top of that, to manufacture that shoe, the manufacturer price, the retail price is high as it is. So I could just imagine how cheap it is to make. So I'm spending $1,000 for a shoe that probably costs $20 to make. It makes no sense to me. That's not logical sense. So I'm not gonna buy the shoe. I'll just do without it. You know how many shoes came out that I didn't cop, that I wanted to get, but I didn't cop? I did without it. It is what it is. It ain't the end of the world. There's gonna be better shoes, man. Like them so-called 3s that's gonna be dropping with the Nike swoosh on the side. Oh man, those shoes are gonna be crazy. You're gonna have a lot of hype beasts going wild for those, you see. But it is what it is. So I just thought I'd throw this video out there, let you hear a little something different. I kind of like making these videos. I'm gonna be doing a lot of unboxings and a lot of on feet videos coming up over the weekend and so forth. But from time to time, I'm gonna be hitting y'all with some commentary about the sneaker game, sneaker community, kind of drop some gems, get a little discussion going on so people can be informed about stuff. Resellers are not the problem in the game. The truth of the matter is the drug cartels, or better yet, the sneaker cartel companies, don't like the fact that resellers are making money. And this is what a lot of you don't understand. You see, I'm enlightened to what's going on, and I understand that the sneaker cartel want to shut down the operations of the resellers because the resellers are actually becoming millionaires. There are some resellers that are millionaires. There are some resellers that literally make a 60,000 a year salary just because they selling shoes. Some are making more. Some are making thousands of dollars a day, you see. And the sneaker cartels don't like the fact that these people have figured out a way of how to sell the product. No different than brothers who sell weed, right? They selling weed, they making money, right? But yet the government will lock these people up. Cops will lock them up because they're selling weed. But yet you can go to a marijuana dispensary place and, you know, get medical marijuana, which is the same stuff, and, you know, you can legally have it in your car as long as you show, you know, ID for it or whatever, a license for it, and you're able to smoke your marijuana and get away with it. So you'll have these marijuana places that sell it that are legal. They don't get in trouble with the law, but yet if a young brother get caught with weed on him and he's selling it, he'll get charged with distributing, you know, whatever the case is, and they'll lock him up for that. Well, that's the same way in the sneaker community. You have authorized dealers that are authorized to sell various brands of shoes, and then you have unauthorized dealers who sell shoes, and the main companies don't like the unauthorized dealers because they're making money, more money than what the so-called authorized dealers are making. And the unauthorized dealers, they don't have to follow the rules that the authorized dealers have to follow. Are you picking up on what I'm saying? So there's a lot of money in the resale game. There's a lot of money in being a dealer. There's a lot of money in being a wholesaler. There's so many different types of hats that you can wear and different fields you can jump into, but the sneaker game is heavy. You know, it's a heavy game out here, and a lot of money is to be made. And, you know, it all depends on where you want to fit in, but there's so many different ways to get kicks that you don't really have to focus on spending thousands of dollars from resellers who just want to just milk your pockets. It don't make sense. So educate yourself, be mindful, understand what's going on, and you know, learn how to differentiate between sneakerheads, hype beasts, resellers, wholesalers, people out there who are just making a profit. You know, that's just their job. That's what they do. You know the difference between a connect and a person who's a plug. You know, a lot of people call these people all these different types of names, but you really don't understand that your plug has a plug who has a plug. You know, your plug is not the man. You know, there's a plug behind the plug, who is behind the plug, who is behind the person who knows that person, who have a connect with that person, who get the shoes from that person, who have the wholesale number from the guy who got the goods. And see, this is what the sneaker cartel hierarchy companies don't like, that there is an underground business that's going on where people are able to eat, and it's a machine that's not stopping no time soon. It's going to grow and it's going to get huge, and the more knowledge you gain in this area, the better you will be as a sneakerhead, because you won't be killing yourself to get the shoes you love. Let everybody else kill themselves. Let everybody else go crazy, you know. And it is what it is. So that's all I'm gonna say for today. There's a lot of releases to come, and a lot of people gonna be killing themselves, but not me. I'm not gonna be killing myself for none of these releases no more. It's just not happening. So that's all I'm gonna say for today. Thanks for viewing. Make sure you subscribe to my Ringo Kicks channel. Subscribe to Ringo TV Raw. For all of you who want to hear different commentary of videos where I educate black men and black women, you can subscribe to my Black Male Advice TV channel on YouTube and Black Female Advice TV on YouTube. I also have several other channels: Key to the Sound, Ringo for Life, Ringo TV HD, extreme road views, and several other video channels, man, from Ringo Classic Videos. All of these names that I'm throwing out there, you can search for them on YouTube. I know there's many more that I forgot, but not necessarily forgot, but due to time constraints, I'm not able to think of it right now. But nonetheless, subscribe to those channels. Thanks for viewing. Make sure you rate, comment, and share my videos with other people. I'm out. Peace.